Hello, hello, creative souls, and happy Sunday. I am here live with you on Instagram, on my art therapy online, and I'm also here on my Facebook page, Leah Guzman Art. I am happy to be here today because I am honoring, can you guess? Bob Ross. Yes, I am so happy. In the spirit of dressing up, I wanted to honor Bob Ross. You know why? Because yesterday was his birthday. Yep, and he actually passed away on July 4th, but he was born on October 29th. So how cool is that? And I'm here today to do some art with you. So if you just want to grab some supplies, grab your journal, some paint, some oil pastels. You can join me or you can watch. Totally cool for watching because that's how I actually got into art making myself. I remember being really little on my grandmother's couch, watching Bob Ross and the joy of painting. And my grandmother would buy me these paint by numbers and I would just pretend I was following along. I was just filling in the little numbers, making happy trees and mountains. So I was making those paintings alongside him, and I would, create my own little masterpieces. And that was like my gateway into making art. And it's so cool because as you can see here underneath my canvas, bring it up. This is my daughter's paint by number that she's working on right now. Very, very cool. So this is like the gateway. Let me tell you, it's the gateway into art making is trying some paint by number. And paint by numbers are so cool right now because you could actually go onto Amazon and send in any picture. My dad's into paint by numbers, and I sent him a picture of my son, and he's did some paint by numbers with like family portraits. So super cool stuff what they got going on right now with paint by numbers. So no shame in that. All right. So we are going to be doing a happy landscape. Yes, 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 for the joy of painting, honoring Bob Ross. And we're going to be looking at creating a landscape in your journal. So the exercise, there were my two books. The exercise actually comes from this particular one called Essential Art Therapy Exercises. And it is on page 24 and 25. And it's all about thinking about a symbolic way to represent your emotions, right? So Bob Ross, part of one of his inspiration is to make happy things, right? Making happy landscapes. So you can consider that in creating your own. What we're going to look at is our background, our middle ground, and our foreground today. And think about what different types of landscapes that would match your emotion. And you might have more than one emotion, and that's okay. You can incorporate it in there. For example, if you're doing rolling hills or mountains, raging seas, barren desert, or a lush garden, all of those could be considered in your landscape, okay? So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and sketch. I got my oil pastel, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. All right. So in this one in particular, there are just watercolors, right? All right. So I'm going to block in this landscape. Just in the background, I'm going to do like a skyline and then whatever else. I'm going to do I love water. So I'm definitely going to keep some water in here. And I definitely love rainbows. So I am going to include some clouds. So I'm just blocking in with my oil crayons, just placing where everything is going to be. And then I'm going to take my paints and I'll start mixing up some stuff. All right. And I definitely want that rainbow. The rainbow is always a good symbol for me, especially when it's bringing out the sign. I saw a rainbow yesterday. And that was definitely a good sign. So just think about, you can include any kinds of feelings that you like. Maybe you're excited about Halloween, going to like a Halloween party, dressing up. I'm just sketching out a little rainbow. And then I'm going to block in some color. Oh, I don't have any darker blue. Okay, so then here we go. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Ooh, so I got some greens, I got my palette. And what's nice is always to have a white and a black, because then you can make it a little lighter or a little darker, and then you can mix some stuff. This seems to be my pretty popular palette right now, is these greens, yellows, and pinks. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that. So this is the middle ground. I'm starting there. This is our background, and this would be the foreground. Get some water. So curious of how did you all get into creating? I'd love to hear your story. You're welcome to tell me, for those of you who are on Instagram, what got you into creating art? Can you remember your first time creating? Oh, I need a lot more water. And it's okay to let things drip. I think it's more important to be expressive than to make it perfect, right? Just blocking in the color. Usually as things get farther away, they get darker. So I'm gonna make it a little bit darker in the back. There we go. And then as we get forward, it gets lighter. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more lightness here. And it's also cool to have different materials that you can use. So I do have my green kind of blocked in. I didn't actually put blue on my palette, but I do have this. I got my oil crayons, so those will have to work. So this will be my blue little lake. And if you want to add any writing or text, I'm gonna have to put some happy trees just to honor Bob Ross. Lisa says, as a kid, I was always drawing, coloring in my coloring books. My first memory was around 3, and my big bro and sis, we made our own little book. We wrote the words and I drew the pictures. I still remember it was about bunnies. Oh, how cute. How fun if you still had that. And Tanya loves the look. Yeah, I'm loving having some big hair. I feel like it fits me. Awesome. Those are good memories. Definitely some good memories. I don't have that much art of when I was little. Do you guys have a lot of your own art when you were little? I do have the paint by numbers are at my dad's house. So next time I visit Tarpon Springs, I will show you. All right, so we're gonna throw in some little happy trees. So I'm gonna just go ahead and grab my palette, and I'm gonna use that black and mix it with the dark green. And then we have some yellow here, which will make it like a brown. So we can put the trees. So making a little forest. Some trees over here. All right, I feel like I need a smaller paintbrush. And then we're going to add the tops. And it's just an expression. It definitely doesn't have to be anything detailed, right? It's just adding this. So have you guys done this exercise before? I'm so curious. For those of you who have my book, curious if you've done this one. Tanya says, I just remember being creative in a lot of ways, like making up songs and plays and loving art class. Oh, yeah. I used to do a lot of forts and a lot of creating in my forts outside, making little clubhouses. It's fun. I think that art is very much tapping into that inner child, right? Just giving yourself time to play, moving the colors around. All right. I probably should have done my background first. That's what I'm thinking, like my sky before I added the trees, but you know, it's all about the layering too. And then I want to use this really nice bright orange. So I think I'm going to just maybe put like a field of flowers or put some flowers down here, maybe another paintbrush. Make like an impression of maybe like there's flowers over here. Yay. Thank goodness for Bob Ross. I don't know if have you guys seen the documentary yet of his life? It's actually kind of sad. It was like taken advantage of. But so happy he had the opportunity to share his gifts. And, you know, he didn't even get into painting till like he was in the military forever. So he wanted to just start a hobby that was fun for him. And then that's when he got into painting. So how cool that ripple effect of how many people that he reached, right? Because that TV show played forever. All right. So one thing I had to do is like my sky. Trying to think of what the best way. I kind of have this greenish color, but that's not really going to work. So I'm just going to rip open this. Oh, pastel broke. Perfect. Got my pastel, and I'm going to just take up space. All right, and I'm so curious, are you guys dressing up for Halloween? Are you gonna get dressed up? Love Halloween. I've already been to 2 parties. We still got one more day to go, so all good. Right, it's coming together. This is just a cool way to incorporate different mixed media. And I'm going to make that cloud a little bit darker. I have some rain coming down. There we go. That's it. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you had fun. I hope this inspires you to go just get up, go get some art supplies and play, do your emotional landscape and tag me. I would love to see what you created. Just let me know on my DMs and show me. And Lisa says, so fun. So are you dressing up in 3 different costumes? Yes, you have to, right? Oh, and Lisa asked about the Bob Ross special. Yeah, I watched it on Netflix. It's really cool just to see him and see his life. Sad though, because like I said, he was taken advantage of. But all right, so cheers to Bob Ross, cheers to creating, and I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. And I'll see you soon, especially in the Creative Soul Society. And don't forget, we have our 3-day free experience coming up, getting into the creative flow. And that's all about using art to heal and then using art to manifest. So you can register for that at Leah Guzman /creative flow. All right, I'll see you later. See you soon. Bye.